everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing a coaching session for Yuumi. This is patch 923B, so near the end of the preseason here. So special thanks to Jolty for the generous donation. Anyone else that'd like to donate for a coaching session, it's just $25. If you're a channel member, then it's $20, so you can become a member either through YouTube or PayPal or through a Twitch sub. All the information about that will be linked in the description. You can also donate for guides. We do that as well. It's $30 or $25 for a member over any champion or any topic of your choice that you're interested in. And you can catch all of this stuff for free as well in a playlist. So we have over 200 coaching sessions by the time we publish this video. What? Okay. Sorry, why would you not detach there, though? Like, I know that was really stupid. The Misfortune did that, but, like, as soon as she walks in and takes that... Yeah, but as soon as she walks in and takes that first tower shot, you gotta detach, man. You gotta see, like... This is a troll, or they DC'd or something. Okay, well, anyway, I guess we're in for a spicy one here. But you could, like, you just detach. You just press W and jump off of them and then walk away. As soon as you, like, as soon as you see that she like, once she gets to, like, right here and is walking straight forward, just detach and walk away. You know what I mean? I know, but you don't need, like, no one was there. Like, their ADC and their support were right here. Anyways, we are streaming this as well for people on the channel. It caught me off guard in the middle of my spiel to see something like that, but, anyways, okay, whatever. Let's just get in here. Just cut this field. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, if someone's doing something troll, though, with Yuumi, like, you gotta jump off. Whether it's, like, level 1 inting into the tower, or whether it's, like, your guy's about to go into a 1v5 or something like that. I guess a 2v5 with you attached. You just gotta bail. Hold on. No. I mean, yeah, that sucks. Like, you know, it's gonna be really rough, but you know, that is one thing that you could have done better. You gotta jump off. Now, right there, that was a little more like questionable. Let me see. Yeah, you got pulled in once you detached. Yeah, that's just kind of tough luck. I think it's kind of dumb to dive that early. I maybe, as soon as Diana started diving that, I might have just jumped off of her. Honestly. But I don't know. It looks like there's almost no way you're going to be able to kill him. Oh, I did speed this up. Okay.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
There's not a lot you can do about bot lane. You can put your control ward down somewhere. I mean, I'm just trying to focus on stuff you can do things about, you know, for like a coaching session. I'll put the control ward At least here. It's like the safe spot. You can maybe get it over here. Okay, you see Vi top right now, so you could get a deep control ward in there maybe. Although, since y'all have to play so defensively, maybe you shouldn't even be doing that. But I think that you should definitely have a control ward down somewhere. I know, but like you can still ward right here, you know what I mean? Especially when you see the Vi top. Okay. I mean, you guys are getting a lot of kills. It's possible to come back. Yeah, let's come down here and help him out. What? Dude, bro, like, just... You're taking dragon damage. Either clear the pink before you start doing dragon, or, like, just do it quickly and ignore the pink. Okay. Yeah, obviously it's not you, but... You're stating for the record. If you're trying to solo clear an objective, and you're taking a lot of damage from it, don't stop to clear the ward. Probably. Oh, you're duoed with Diana? Okay.
They called me a heretic. Now they are dead. Shut down.
Okay, that was a good finish job there.
Now you're ready to prowl.
There you go, good job. I don't know if you did that there or not. I mean, it is kind of spooky to jump off there. But try to see if you can jump off and get that shield in a fight and get back on. I know it's scarier because if you get CC'd, then you can't get back on. But just in general, like, keep that in the back of your mind. Just see if there's, like, if you see them use a lot of their CC, if there's a chance you could jump off and get the shield and jump back on. Yeah, okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, the Thresh Flay definitely ruin your day.
Shut down.
I think it's still the Q evolve on Kha'Zix early. I think it's usually Q and then actually W. I think. I'm not 100%. The big slow on the W is definitely pretty useful, but there's Dark Seal. Oh, Echo. Nice. Or not nice, I should say. Yeah, just pop off. There you go. Can't see how many dragons y'all have. Next one's gonna be mountain, but I mean Mordekaiser has Dark Seal too, so both of them do.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And you just bought one. I don't know about that. I know some Yuumis get Dark Seal, but in a 4v5 where you've already died like 3 times, I probably wouldn't do it. I think if people do that, then they do it like really early when they're snowballing to get early pressure. Also, like Boots of Swiftness, I think you really want to be going for Ionian boots if you get tier 2 boots on her. Because you're not gonna, like, Boots of Swiftness are extremely rare. Like, almost nobody goes for that boot except for Jin. It's really if you need, like, maximum movement speed while in combat. If you just want more movement speed for, like, warding and rotating and things like that, I would do mobility boots. But that's still, like, very unusual on Yuumi. Like, 99% of the time, people go Ionian boots. It's because, like, you have double combat sums, so you can use those, like, on cooldown, you know, in any fight a lot of times. And so she gets a lot of value out of the CDR on sums. And then she has really strong cooldowns, or, like, really strong abilities that are on fairly long cooldowns, especially, like, your E, your Q, and your ult. So, I mean, that's all of her abilities, but... Like, the only reason I would think that you would not get Ionians is if you want, like, a little more movement speed for, like, warding, so you can ward safer, but once you get a Festive Case, I would just do mobility. Because you're not really going to be, like, moving around, you know what I'm saying, in combat. Like, you should pretty much always be attached to somebody in combat. Unless you're popping off for, like, 1 second to auto-attack and then reattach. And yeah, as far as like Dark Seal goes, I just don't like getting that unless it's like a really early rush, and if you're like pretty confident that you're not gonna die. But it does, because it slows down your bigger items, and getting something like Ardent Censer or Redemption is just gonna be a lot better. Probably Ardent Censer since you're chilling with Diana the whole time. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can't just look at the results. It's like, well, I didn't die, so Dark Seal was a good choice, but I think in general, I would only get that if you think you're going to snowball. And everything kind of, like, from the start of this game was indicating that you were probably not going to snowball, you know what I mean? You don't want to be thinking, I just all-in with, like, a 4-7 offsuit and won the all-in in Texas Hold'em without even seeing the flop, and then think it was like a good play. Unless you had like a good read on the person or something in poker. You knew you could bluff them or something, but in general, I'm just trying to say, like, you don't want to be too results oriented. You want to be thinking like, if I were to play this game 100 more times, like, what would be the optimal choices? What would be what I would want to do most of the time? Yeah, Diana is very good with Ardent. In fact, a lot of Dianas on this patch are just rushing Ardent Censer because there is a change on it that supposedly was intentional that Riot did and didn't document back on like 9.15, where if you self-shield or self-heal yourself, then you get the Ardent Censer buff. So a lot of Dianas are just rushing it. I highly suspect... Maybe not. I mean, maybe they allow it, but if you start seeing, like, top lane Karma or something rushing this, rushing Ardent Censer, or Diana, or there's, like, a couple other people that could abuse that. I mean, not a lot of people would do it, but... Like, you have the blade, that's right. I mean, yeah, sometimes you gotta let them know. It's poker at the table. You gotta, you know... Gotta flex on them a little bit, but... you don't usually take it, but because she, like, that would be a reason not to take it because your ADC is, like, AFK and it's a 4v5. I would think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that, but
Has been destroyed.
I think of it as a snowball item. Oh. You know those terms coming like it got the blade. I just inferred it. Little inductive reasoning.
Rampage. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Got the zoomies.
Now you're ready to prowl.
Oh, the speed up. Thresh coming in hot. Nice.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I don't know about that in vain. Alright, what do we got here? How much gold are you holding? You have a 1900 gold. Yeah, you got it back, man. You gotta buy something. You're like 2,000 gold. Like, I probably would have backed after, like, everybody died here middle and just people got that reset. Wait, why didn't you get the reset? Hold on, let me go back and see. Like, right here should be a back, right? I mean, I think that should definitely be a back. Like, she's just gonna go clear this by herself. And you're like really low mana anyways, and at this point, you have 1,800 gold. So like, you don't need to be here while she's getting blue and wolves and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, no, but there's not too much. Like, she's literally just farming the jungle camps right now, with you attached to her. Like, you could have already backed and then just met her. If you wanted to stop the Mordekaiser, you could have backed at Dragon. And you probably could have met her at Wolves. If you just backed after you cleared that, she would have gotten blue, you would have bought your stuff and run out, and then you could have just jumped on her at Wolves. So... yeah, there's no other major objective they were going to threaten there. So yeah, I would have bought. It's like, what if another random, like, team fight broke out, you know, in mid lane, and you're sitting there on all this gold, like... Okay, anyway, so that's what I would do. Usually after a major objective is down, you just want to back. Not only to spend your gold, but to refill your wards, and to be setting up for the next play. Okay, so Ardent Sensor. Okay, wait, you got Mage Eyes and then undid it? I thought I saw earlier that you got Mage Eyes. Maybe that was something else. You still have like 700 something gold. Hold up, what happened there? I think you could have bought something else there too. I guess that's fine if you want to hold on to the Jordan's ring. Okay, it's just Kha'Zix has been hanging out in this red jungle forever. Yeah, that was a good call to undo the Mage Eyes.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rotated up here on that. I mean, I know Diana's your homie, and she is really fed, but, like,
Team's turret has been destroyed.
you don't have to be there with her when she's, you know, just, like, farming a side lane, you know what I mean? As much, like, I don't know, maybe it was a death trap, maybe it was a bait to go over there and try to help the Echo, but I would have rotated over there if I was you guys and tried to make a play with the Echo.
Aced.
Yeah, Diana's just like hyper fed, and they just don't have a good like way to deal with her. It's an interesting build on Diana. It works. Now, if you're gone, someone's asking, will Misfortune get the LP if she's gone or if she comes back? If you're gone for a certain amount of time, I don't remember what that time is. Might be like somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. Then you do not get LP. You get Lever Buster and you get no LP, even if your team wins. So if you're like, if she comes back right now, even if she's in the game for the final 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure she's still going to be Lever Bustered. I wouldn't do this. This is going to be a 3v4 diving tower, yeah. So maybe pressure here, and then go see if you can like get a Baron or something. Because with Kha'Zix and this Diana, with that Diana's build, she has such fast auto attack speed. That you should be able to shred Barons. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong about that with the Lever Buster, but I'm like 99% sure there is some threshold of time where you always get a loss. I know if she never shows up, it's definitely she doesn't get the LP. But I think even if she does come back at a certain point, she still doesn't get the LP. Maybe if you're back for a certain length of time, maybe if you're gone for 10 minutes, and then you're back for 10 minutes, it'll give it to you. I don't know. That's happened before, but it's extremely rare, and I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, probably. But I think how it works is if you're gone for a certain amount of time, then you get the X. If you have an X on your name, it doesn't go away. That's Lever Buster. At the end of the game, you'll see like an X in the screen, which means you don't get anything, and it's like a special kind of like automatic report that is much more likely to get you disciplined than just a normal report. But you can throw normal reports on there too, and that does help. But ooh, it's gonna be rough. It's like 2v5. I wish I knew how many dragons they had. I hope they changed that in season, sometime early in season 10 for replays, but replays aren't really, like the replay client's not really a top priority. They finally did get it after years of requests, but wait, what? Hold on, what was Diana doing? Was she running off someone that was top lane? She's clearing top. I mean, someone has to clear top, I guess, and she doesn't have TP. Yeah, see, y'all just gotta be patient and not fight. Well, I try to know a lot about a lot of things in League. I try to be as informed as I can be. I've never been disciplined for Lever Buster. The only time I've ever left a game is if my internet went out. Like, I've never rage quit a game. Ever. I've played like thousands and thousands of games of League and I've never rage quit a game. I don't think I've ever entered a game. I'm almost positive that I've never like intentionally tried to throw a game. I've thought about it before, especially when I was a much newer player. But I'm pretty sure I've never entered a game on purpose. And I've never just AFK left a game. Yeah, y'all are getting a little too wacky here. I don't know. I mean, you are killing them. Like they've got to just be screwing something up. They're screwing up a lot of stuff. I mean, you guys do have a good combination, like Enchanter plus 2 like high scaling skirmisher champs like Diana and Echo can get it done. We did it the other night. I was playing Soraka, and I think we had like what was it, like Jarvan, Yasuo, and some other pretty good mage player. Okay, so unusual game. You did get the Magi's fully stacked at the end, so that's good. You know, it's just a risky item. Just as a player, just my personal preference is I'm a very risk-averse kind of person. I just don't like snowbally stuff that much. I'd rather have consistent stuff. But it's up to you. A lot of people do get Magi's early if you're doing well on Yuumi. But, you know, early on you were like 1-3-3 or something on Yuumi, so I don't know. I wouldn't do it in that situation, but if you were pretty far ahead, maybe do it. Yumi's okay. Yumi's okay. I like the concept of Yuumi. Her cooldowns are just so long and her mana costs are so high early on, but she can be good for sure. I mean, y'all just pretty much ran them over. Like, they just kind of, like, ran into you. You know, just kept, like, trickling in against, like, Echo and Diana, and you just kept healing them and CCing the enemy and all that stuff. I would say one thing, and you probably did this some, and I just didn't notice all the time, but, like, popping off, like, jumping off of somebody to get that shield and then jumping back on, you want to make sure that you're trying to do that at least, like, once a fight. I know you're kidding. So that would be one thing. Try to get the shield a little bit more. We talked about the items. If you want, some Yuumis don't upgrade their boots. They'll just go brown boots or no boots. I think no boots is a little ambitious, but I like going Ionian boots. I think a lot of Yuumis go Ionian boots. The Magi's, you know, it's your call. It's too risky for me, but if you did get another item, how much gold did you have at the end? Yeah, you had like 3,000 gold. If you did get another item, probably go with Redemption. Against that much CC, like the Lux and the Thresh, maybe Mikhail's. I'm pretty sure you can use Mikhail's while you're attached to cleanse somebody. You can't use Shirelius while you're attached, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look that up, but I think that's like a weird special case thing where you can't use like other movement speed stuff while you're attached. So yeah, maybe that is a final item. I feel like you guys should have made a okay, well maybe I read that wrong. Maybe you can use Shirelius while you're attached. I feel like y'all had a chance to maybe make a play on Baron instead of like Kha'Zix was just kind of like YOLOing in the red bush area down here. Yeah, I mean y'all just powered through him. He's had better stats and just ran him over. Their itemization is kind of questionable, like the Thorn Mail and I guess the rest of the items aren't too weird, but y'all just smashed him. So it's hard to talk a lot about macro because you basically, like, it was just a really unusual game and you just kind of had to hang out with Diana. That's one thing I did mean to mention, though, is, like, sometimes it's okay to get off of her and go, like, buy something that we mentioned before if you're rich, or just, like, go refill your wards and then come back. Like, you know, don't feel like you have to stay with her 24/7. Especially if she's just going to, like, farm a side lane or something like that. I think you're right to play around her, not only because she's your duo, but because, I mean, she was really your hard carry. So you are right to be around her most of the time. But I think there were times where you could have bought, or you could have just at least gone to go get more wards to refresh. And especially if she's your duo, tell her to go with you to go ward a little bit more. Say, hey, come help me, like, get this ward. Just, like, ping it. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and we are streaming this, like I mentioned earlier. So we're going to do one more game of ranked on the stream. If you'd like a coaching session yourself, this one was a little bit unusual. Check out the rest of them as well to get a feel for it. But because there really kind of wasn't much of a laning phase here. It was like a 2v1 mid. But be sure to check out the rest of the content on the channel. I will have linked in the description a playlist. This should be like the 200-something coaching session that we've done on the channel. So we've got a ton of those. If you want to watch those for free, learn more. We have a lot of guides on the channel. We stream every night starting around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. So come by, check it out. We do tier lists every patch. There's tons and tons of new content coming out. So be sure to come by, check it out. And that's going to be it. Have a good day. See you next time.